Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers. My name is Rabenschild. We are on the other side. It is glorious how this worked. On the other hand, it took a lot of time. So I changed some things up here and put some more drills on here. And I really have to see where I do this, because this is multiple days of work now that I used up to go through this mountain. And it is weird. People said, and that's a good thing, that there is a way to speed up the drill and fill system. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to go through that whole thing with just what I had down here. I removed the drill turret down here. And I will have to come back at one point to clean up a bit, because there's a lot of stuff lying around here. Yeah, we really need to see where we can use this mode of going through hills, because it takes a lot of time. Arriving at the pole will take ages if we do it this way. And if we, for example, go through here, that would be just wrong. But it gave me time to do this. I built this small rover, and we will test that in a bit. Well, I tested it already. It works relatively fine. It looks a bit wonky, but this thing is relatively neat. This is the suspension idea that I had. This is basically how curiosities expansion is the wrong word. Suspension looks, and it is relatively neat. We will test that in a bit. I need to bring the big rig down into the valleys there. Let me take a look if the batteries are all filled up. I struggled a bit with energy in the end. Okay, that should all be good. That's why I anchored it, and we will have to cut this and then drive off. The only problem that I have is now I have to recompile the scripts all over again. Because the small rover there uses the same scripts, and it makes problems. Let's say it that way. With the subgrid script is not behaving as it should. I hope that I can get down here and can later get back up. Otherwise, I will cut through this from the other side. I hope this is not too steep, and we can go down without making too much damage. I had to change some things on the trailer, because what is happening? Oh, we are already scraping. Okay, I need to go back. This doesn't work. Okay, we need to make another cut, I would say, through this mountain, or we for now will just pull it. Be not really. Ah, this is brutal. Just pulling it over the hump there. Yeah, that will need another cut if we go back with the rover. So now we cut over and go to align ourselves with north again. But I think we will use the more shallow part over there to use that I really have to turn off the thrusters. The thrusters here are really nice. Again, people always suggest that use thrusters, but they are really powerful and pull on the thing like crazy. Okay, maybe can align it somewhere here and set up another cut through this part of the mountain here. Maybe that's a good idea. I could try to do a straight cut through here, maybe a bit shallower than I did before. I'm trying to now get so I'm now trying to always get the front of the big rig to go up a hill a bit, because it has a lot of stopping power to keep it from rolling back. But if I'm sitting and leaning forward basically on a mountain, the thrusters are not very powerful. So this is the way to go right now. Handbrake is on. Oh, I might not have released that. That's the thing with the thrusters. The thrusters will just pull that thing. We could set up the power source again and then make a relatively shallow cut through this and try to go should just try to cut through the whole thing here. Try to just cut the tops of the whole thing. And yeah, we move very slowly with this, with the big rig. But what we can do now is we can place the small rover, and then we can test that out and maybe drive a bit ahead. I hope it doesn't flip. It did behaved relatively well while I was parked back there. But and I can only hope it stays that way. Get down slowly. You can see how the suspension works. I'm pulling on the top of the rover, and it doesn't, and the suspension just stays the way it is. It is relatively neat. The whole thing here just basically, you can see that it's just swinging. And okay, I need to. Yeah, that's something I need to address. The torsion is not the problem. The subgrid system is a bit of a thing that doesn't behave too well. Why is this not coming down? Okay. I have to turn off these rotors. Good. That works out. So you can see that it drives relatively normal. And in when it comes to driving over rougher areas, it really works. I don't want to make it too big. This might not end well, but otherwise. And I have gyros on here at the moment, so the cabin up top is not only held by the torsion spring that's set up, it is also held by gyros at the moment. Makes for a relatively smooth ride. It's a bit top heavy, so when it comes to balancing, it behaves a bit weird. See that? The whole suspension at the moment is a lot lighter than the rest of the thing, and that might make problems in the end. But for now, I don't see too much trouble with it. It's not a thing that is made for driving too fast. That's sadly not a thing. Another thing I want to test is to set up the torsion springs for each wheel, basically. So I have a wheel on an arm that has a torsion spring attached to it. That might make sense too. Okay, yeah, if I just cut... So this would be an area that would not be drivable with the truck. So I need to cut anyways again. And set up the drill and just make a shallow, straight cut through the whole thing. Okay. So this works. This works fine. See the cabin swings then? I don't know if that's in any way, shape or form beneficial to the suspension, that the cabin is basically free floating. This area here could be better then again, but I need to go through this area there. That's something I will not be able to drive through. And the good thing is think I can circumvent the whole canyon that I had in the way. I might be able to just get around this if I drive relatively straight north and cut through this here. It could take a while again, and maybe I will cave into the idea to just make the whole drill and fill system faster. That's always not beneficial to performance, I'm sure. So we will work on that. I will anchor the whole truck, maybe give it a bit more of a straighter direction towards north, and then we will anchor the truck, set up the drill, and then start to drill. And again, I can use this now to maybe go back to base, find some nice ways and let the truck just do its work here. Should be nice. I'm thinking about setting up a timer to increase just the range every 5 minutes, 10 minutes or something like that, just to go a tick more, a tick more, a tick more, and then just stop it at one point if I think it's enough. But that would make my life a bit easier, because then I wouldn't have to concentrate on also the process of bringing the whole thing forward once in a while. Okay, see, it is weird to drive because again it levels relatively well, but it is nice to drive, nice to just have here. It's a weird thing. It drives really well. Good. Changed out the positions of the laser cannons because I had a bit of trouble with drones. This thing got shot up while I was building it. The drones are, even with the lasers, something that is annoying. Bring in the arm again so this doesn't get shot up. And I had trouble with the lasers for some reason shooting up my own grid. I'm not sure. It could be just a mishap, but it is something that definitely happened. Not happy about this. Let us bring down another... Oh no, I wanted to move that thing a bit more north and have a nicer... Oh, come on! Have a bit of a nicer direction towards north. I had a bit of a feeling that the drill might, when you extend it, so the whole rig wobbles a bit. And I had the fear that once I go and extend the drill range, that it starts to, while it is wobbling, carve out more than it should carve out. That, for some reason, wasn't too much of a problem, and I'm relatively happy about this. Okay, we will go here, I think.
No fuel.
Cut through this part. Okay, cut through this part. Turn the handbrake on. The thrusters hold it in place relatively well and without using too much power, but that was the power issue that I had. Now, if I lock it down, it should work a lot better. The whole thing then maybe isn't even wobbling then so much anymore. That should be good. Give it a landing gear, and then maybe I will just set up a block below here and not use okay, that is easier. Okay, now the drills. So, the drills. Turn off the lockdown. Once I roll it, it tends to move. I will give it, go level with it relatively. Relatively level, maybe a bit uphill. Lock it down and take a look where it cuts through. See, that's the thing that I kind of want to have moved by a timer or something like that. I had a really good experience with bringing that thing close to the wheels. So you can see that incline is not too much. That should be able for the truck should be able to just go over that. And I will bring it closer so that I can see where it cuts, and that's not nice. I need to lift it up a bit more. So here you can see that at the moment it cuts. It would cut kind of, yeah. Okay, bring it close to the wheels, then start to lift it up. That is the best way, I would say. 6. Close to the wheels. That should be good. Yes, and now I can lift it up to see where it starts the cutting process. Because now here you can see I would have a step in there that I want to try to not have. I gave up on the vertical, setting up the vertical limit right. It is just It is just not worth it. So vertical offset is 14. I will go and see how that looks now. That's not too much of a step. We will go a meter more. That should work out fine. Okay, drill. I commented on another YouTuber's video. He made a nice showcase of a train, and I asked if it would be possible to maybe get a closer look at the whole thing, and I have the suspicion now because he asked me if he asked me if I want to replicate that, and I said I at the moment don't have any intentions to build a train, but if I need inspiration, I would definitely like to see what he's done, because I'm not good at building trains, and I don't know. I have the suspicion, and this is the whole mindset thing with I think he thinks that I think that he thinks something like that. And I have the suspicion because he kind of had problems in the past where people used his stuff and pretended that they did stuff did stuff that stuff that he made. Hard to explain. And I definitely don't want to come over as this. I don't want to give him the feeling that I'm just here to see what he's doing, to just steal his ideas. I hope that I'm always relatively good with giving credit and not pretending that some concept is done by me. I hope I was able to convey that I'm definitely not planning on stealing his ideas. Yeah, that guy really, he ran into real big YouTubers that kind of took his stuff, and I would completely understand if he is now. Yeah, if he now is trying to protect his stuff, I'm completely understanding that notion. I have the feeling. I hope I didn't come over as trying to steal his stuff. That's definitely not what I want to do. Again, getting inspired. Definitely, because it's just great stuff that he comes up with, but I would always let people know that this is definitely not a thing I've done, and I think people know. that's the thing, that I'm not that innovative. Okay, now question is, can we set up a timer that pushes that group out every 10 minutes, 15 minutes? Timer. Go somewhere where we have space for that thing. It should be possible. It should be possible. Okay, every 60, 15 times 60 is 600. Is it 900 seconds? Give me a second. I don't have anything to do the maths. 15 is 10 times 60 is 600. 60 times 5 is 300. It's 900 seconds. It is 900 seconds. Ha! And what you're supposed to do is groups, the drill fill, increase area offset front, increase that. And now start that thing. So now every 15 minutes it should increase the area offset so that it basically goes forward every 15 minutes. So this is just, it's still set up with a slow incline. Yes, or very, very small incline over the horizon. See artificial one. Ooh, that's nice. Now I should be able to just wait and see what happens. Again, the last point, the drilling point was just the worst. I will leave that thing here now. We will go for a small drive and take another look at... Oh, did it empty out my... No, I still have all the stuff on board. That's that needs to change in the future. Whoa! Why did you do that? But it's so nice that I'm able to just drive that thing. And it hopefully goes back into its normal position. With that thing, I have to be a bit careful because it is not really well at defending itself. Okay. There's the first damage here. I need to cut that out anyways again. That's the stuff I want to kind of not have done. The damage we have there. Yeah, but maybe in the future we can just smooth it out, and you can see that it is not absolutely perfect, the cuts, but it works better than I thought. Anchoring all that stuff and keeping it in line makes stuff like that possible. I should have done that with all the tunnel builds I have done. Something like that is a lot easier. And maybe I will do a rover that can do all that stuff so that I can anchor it, set it up so that it stays where it is needed, and then has something like this turret on the back or something like that. I need to bring up the... Let me bring up the... Where is it? Not the torsion. I need the programmable subgrid, edit, and handbrake mod. I will bring that up to 3. That is the setting that keeps the handbrake that's not there anymore engaged. Do I need to recompile that? That seems to work a lot better. Okay, we have a drone incoming. I need to get away from here. Whoa! See, it's like a horse. It goes on its hind legs. I need to That's stuff I definitely need to change. That isn't supposed to be that way. But again, it's a prototype. It's a prototype. It's doing an amazing job right now. And see how relatively smooth the ride is. I'm happy with that. The assertive installations, by the way, I saw Splitsy talk about them, that he changed stuff on his assertive cargo ships, and that, don't know, that he fears that his that his cargo ships, the assertive cargo ships, don't do the job very well anymore. Oh, for me the installations are already enough. Even with, again, I talked about that in the beginning, but even with crazy lasers, they're not fun. I had a lot of damage done to the big rig, to this thing, and again, it's not fun with these things. I need a way. I will go over to the ice there and bring some ice in. That's something I want to do. Okay. Drones can come now. However they want. And this should just keep on working. Maybe I can bring the time a bit down. 7.5 minutes. It does relatively small steps. So bring it down. So we stop that. And bring it down to 450. And start it. Can trigger it now and then start it. How much did it go forward? That can't be a lot. See, that's all it did. I think we can cut the time down even more, I would say. Maybe go to 225 or something like that. Cut it down again. Stop. 225. Okay. Start. Trigger now. Start. So that we can see. Yeah, that's not a lot. It just goes down. No, it just jumps forward a meter, or not even a meter. I'm pretty sure. So if we cut down the time, it should be absolutely enough to just have now it go gradually forward, and hopefully not. Don't know. In the end, we might have to cut a nice slope up or something like that. Or we just continue forward. I want to have the slope so that at one point, the slope up a bit, so that at one point we hopefully just get out of the digging process by just leaving the curvature of the planet or something like that. That's why I want to have the gradual slope upwards. But we can later maybe just up that just a tiny bit. Because now we are pointing, upwards anyways. But with the horizon, the artificial horizon, we should be good at one point. Oh, what the? Let me grab that. Come on, what do we get? Anything nice? The cow suit, as if I haven't gotten it already. Pilot. Come on. So, I don't have a lot more for you. The whole process for the... Okay, nice. Bit of money and... The whole process for digging took really, really long. When I played the last few days, it was mainly to just sit here and let the whole thing run and, don't know, work on the truck or shovel around ingots and building the small rover and all that stuff. It really took a long time to just dig that whole thing. I will bring it down even more. 120 seconds or so. We will go for 2 minutes. Stop that. 2 minutes. Trigger now. Start. Do the whole thing silent. Yeah, now I can do the same and just sit here for ages, and I should just do it by hand. Okay, I will do it by hand now, but it's so dumb because by hand I can just shove it forward until it does another big chunk. But I will use this timer if I ever don't know. Then I can just let that thing run, let the computer run, and just turn on the timer and do it automatically. I will just move it up a tad bit. 5. Now I can just see that's the jump it does when I push it forward. So now it is in a part where it will take a while to dig out the area. Good. That's the continuation of my travel towards the North Pole of Mars. Is that... That's okay-ish. That's not bad here. I can live with that. Good. People, I think that's all for today. Again, sorry for not having a lot more. It's just... That's all the work I have done, and it was a lot of work to make the cut through the planet. This will, by the way, up the map size, pretty sure. Okay, people, thanks for watching. Hope you liked the episode. If you did, please leave a like on the video. And I hope to see you in the next one. See ya, guys.